In the recent Epstein files drop, there's a victim who remembers being taken to a big house in New York and repeatedly sexually abused, along with several other girls. This victim was able to provide descriptions of the house exterior and interior, and her descriptions matched those of Jeffrey Epstein's mansion on 71st Street. The interesting thing is what happened afterwards. Once she had already grown up and she sought therapy for her sexual abuse, she began to receive threatening text messages. At this point, she had not gone public with her story. She had only shared the details of her abuse with her therapist, but it was like her abusers knew that she had begun to talk. One of the death threats that she received was simply a picture of a mangled corpse, which was texted to her phone with a message that was basically, "This is going to happen to you if you keep talking." But the worst one was a picture of herself. It was from her time as a child in Jeffrey Epstein's mansion, and it was a picture of her getting brutally raped by a gang of men. This is a photograph that she received in a text message, and one of the faces of the men is clearly visible in it. It was the man that this victim said was her main trafficker. In other words, this guy is identifiable. The police could identify this guy if they really wanted to. But this guy, being in Epstein's circle, was very, very rich and presumably powerful. And as far as I know, he's never been caught or prosecuted. Amazingly, this victim was also able to provide phone numbers for her traffickers. She provided two, both of which traced back to Ukraine. Keep in mind, lots of people have come out recently, including former British Prime Minister Andrew Bridgen, alleging that the war in Ukraine has allowed child trafficking to prosper.
The information had come from two Ukrainian Secret Service agents. They didn't know about each other. They'd given the same information, and the information was that the Ukrainian Secret Services were collecting children during the conflict in the Donbass, and they were handing them over to UK Secret Services.
Now, this particular victim was able to provide a chat message between herself and one of her traffickers, which you can see on the screen. Notice how this predator calls the victim, who is at this point a very young girl, garbage. He doesn't say she is garbage, he calls her garbage, as though that's her name.